Marry me, Stephanie.
You'll just have to carry me home.
Is this something you'd like to advertise?
And next time you try to threaten me, you'll end up with more than that repulsive scar, I promise you.
Get lost, Jilly.
That's one thing I never do, darling. I always know exactly where I'm going.
You did it!
That was wonderful. You should have come in.
So, this is really why you wanted the family reunited, huh? Now, you needed their support, not personally, but for business purposes.
You'd have to regain 51% of Harper Mining shares to take over and push Jake out.
That's right.
You are talking very big money.
We got that much.
Yes, in assets.
It'll clean you out.
Listen to me, both of you. I've mortgaged everything, including this house. In case things don't go according to plan, I propose to buy your stock.
But, Mum...
That way I can be sure that whatever happens, you two still get the inheritance that's rightfully yours.
Mum, we're family. We're in this together.
No, Sassy, this is my fight, my decision.
No way. This is Harper Mining we're talking about. You can have my shares.
I intend to win, but not at your expense.
They're yours, and that's it.
You accused me once of making an emotional decision about the chairmanship. I want to avoid that this time.
Fair enough.
What actually happens if you lose?
Jake holds on to Harper's. And I guess we all start looking for a job.
You'd risk losing all this?
Yes.
I never could resist a long shot. All yours. Get in and kick the hell out of him. He'll fight dirty.
Oh, probably.
Good luck.
Thank you, both of you. I know you're feeling better, my dear, but I wouldn't try and run the marathon just yet.
Never mind about me. How to get your 51%, that's what matters.
I thought we'd agreed not to discuss business.
I need to think of something other than my next pill. Take it.
Not your shares.
What, don't you think I'm still part of Harper's?
Oh.
I let that con man creep up on you and push you out. Now, let me try and make amends.
Dennis and Sassy are with us. We are going to win, Bill.
Now, that's the Stephanie Harper I know.
Am I interrupting a business conference?
As a matter of fact, yes.
Sorry. I just wanted to see how you were.
Oh, I knew you'd be worried, Jilly.
We all have been, Bill. You are like family, you know.
Don't patronize me.
Maybe we should both go. You need some rest.
It's very good of you to make the effort, Jilly. And we all know how shocked you still are about Philip's death.
Life goes on, Bill.
But not for him.
Well, you really must be feeling better. You always did enjoy hitting me where it hurts most. See you later, Steph.
That was a bit rough, wasn't it? Whatever you suspect.
Suspect? I walked in on her and Sanders at Tara's once. They weren't buying clothes. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't believe Jilly's changed. Especially not her sexual propensities.
Well, she's not the only one who's made mistakes about men. And it doesn't necessarily make her a traitor. She offered me her shares too, you know.
You're very astute, Steffi, but sometimes such a fool.
Well, it's a bit too late to change now, Bill.
Now, you'd better be in that chairman seat when I get out of here.
It's a deal, mate.
I'll run the footage on Harper Mining first, a little bit of background on the company, and then we'll do the question and answer section, okay?
Fine.
Mr. Sanders, hello. I was getting a little anxious about you.
Oh, believe me, I'd never intentionally keep Miss Harper waiting.
Makeup will look after you, and I'll see you both in Studio B.
Thanks, but I don't think I'll bother with the makeup. I know when not to compete with Miss Harper.
Suit yourself. I'll call you when we're ready.
Thank you.
You look lovely.
I trust you're going to be more sincere on camera.
You don't like compliments much, do you?
Oh, when they're genuine.
It was.
I'm going to beat you.
It won't work.
Just watch me.
I'd like to. Permanently. I've told you we don't have to fight all the time. You could have it all.
First you rape my company, and then you invite me into your bed. It's a novel approach.
Oh, I was thinking of something a little more formal. Marry me, Stephanie. Because according to my arithmetic, there simply isn't 51% of Harper stock available. And as Miss Harper knows, anything less than 51% will not allow her to regain the control she so desires.
We'll worry about the arithmetic later, but Miss Harper, why do you think the shareholders are going to support you as opposed to Mr. Sanders?
You mean that, compared with my public image, Mr. Sanders represents the underdog?
Yes, I suppose so.
Well, the shareholders can decide for themselves what sort of a man he is. But the real question is, what sort of a company is a corporate pirate going to leave them with a year or two from now?
Oh, I'm sure my management will be a good deal less inept than the one they're used to.
Now, I find that very hard to reconcile with the fact that you're currently having great difficulty renegotiating a very straightforward deal with an established Middle Eastern partner of Harper Mining.
Ah, yes, well, we both know why that is, don't we, Stephanie?
Oh, do we? Please, tell us.
No, I don't want to get personal.
But your proposal of marriage in the makeup room just now, wasn't that personal? Or was that just another one of your business propositions?
Is this true, Mr. Sanders?
Yes, it is. I didn't get an answer.
Oh. I'll give you one now.
We'll take a break. And we'll be back with more of this interesting confrontation.
He's had that coming to him for a long time. I just hope the shareholders see it that way.
Oh, I think you'll find they will.
I'd better get back to work.
Sarah?
I'm sorry, Tom. I've got clients waiting.
Sarah, please.
Hi, Jessica.
Hi.
Isn't that a bit conservative for you?
No complaints.
This is the new stock, and there's one here that will look absolutely stunning on you. Bit pricey, but it's worth it.
Jilly's being very generous. She won't mind.
Here it is. Isn't it gorgeous? I like the color, but I'm not wild about the line.
Try it on.
I don't think so.
Ah, trust me, you look great.
I said I don't like the line.
Okay.
Sarah.
Is this something you'd like to advertise? You're in an odd sort of mood. Fancy you taking time out to notice anyone else's feelings.
Tell me, Jessica, you still a virgin?
Were you ever?
Do you think the problem's more psychological than physical?
Is this the grieving widow turning into the caring auntie?
I can understand you thinking that scar is a bit off-putting, but it's not healthy, you know, a girl your age.
That must make you just about the healthiest animal around.
You really are hung up about it, aren't you?
Watching what you did to Uncle Philip wasn't exactly inspiring.
Listen, you little bitch. Don't overplay your hand.
You don't frighten me, Jilly.
Don't I? Uncle Philip's tape won't protect you forever.
So what are you going to do with me? Throw me to the crocodiles?
If I have to. And next time you try to threaten me, you'll end up with more than that repulsive scar, I promise you.
Sarah, can we go somewhere to talk?
Tom, we can't keep going over and over it all. Please, just forget it.
Sarah, listen. I'm going up to Old Eden. There's got to be someone up there who was around when Stephanie had a child. Or maybe some kind of record or something. I want to give it a try. Will you come with me, please?
Tom, stop it! You're clutching at straws, and I can't go on like this. I can't go through the nightmare again and again. It's over. Face it.
I can't. I love you.
It won't change anything. But we had a housekeeper, old Katie. Maybe talking to her will convince you.
Okay. Right. Okay, read them to me.
Come on, let's have it. Yes? Yes, terrific. Thank you very much. Pouring water on Jake's ardour seems to have worked. You've now got just on 34%.
And the stock exchange is going crazy.
Thanks, Maisie.
Yes.
It's gonna cost.
You expected that.
I know.
Excuse me, Mrs. Marshall. Miss Jones is here.
I wanted to thank you for what you did to Jake on television. And I wondered if I could help. I am pretty good with computers.
Don't I know it?
We're doing okay.
If Sanders finds out, it'll be the end of your job at Tara's.
Not if you win. And if you don't win, Tara's won't mean much.
All right. Welcome aboard. Maisie, why don't we go and draft that circular?
Right.
I do really want to help, Dennis.
Left it a bit late.
Not too late.
Yes? Oh, well done, well done. Read them out. Yes? Excellent.
Thanks. Thank you.
Your mum was great on TV.
Yeah, I guess so.
How's things at Tara's?
Okay, thanks.
Ah, one of those days, huh?
Yeah. Do you ever wonder what it's all about, Angelo? I mean, is it worth all the hassle?
Oh, a guy at the bar gave me these. I'd go if I had someone to go with.
Good group.
How about it?
I don't think I could handle it. Thanks anyway.
No worries. I'll just tear them up.
No, don't do that. Oh, Angelo.
Oh, it's all right.
No. I'll come.
Terrific.
More coffee?
On the house.
Well, this is a surprise.
I did phone. You're at the hospital.
I heard about your television appearance. I'm sorry I missed it.
Darling, can't we be a bit friendlier, please? One way or the other, it'll be over soon.
Dragging our marriage down.
Not if we don't want it to.
You know, I thought I understood you. But I obviously don't. And when you said to hell with Harper mining, your family was more important, I believed you.
I know, and I changed my mind. But I was reminded who I really am. If I hadn't fought, I would have ended up hating myself. And probably everyone around me.
And tell me, who's responsible for this remarkable insight into the real Stephanie Harper?
It's true.
I mean, who knows you so well that they feel qualified to prescribe a remedy for the rest of your life?
Does it matter?
Yes, and perhaps more importantly, whose advice do you take so much notice of that their advice takes precedence over your husband's feelings?
It's not like that, Dan.
Who?
Amal.
Amal.
I was hoping we might have lunch together.
I'm sorry. I have a prior commitment.
With reservation for Carrington, was it?
Thank you very much.
And that was a very nice lunch. But I'm still not quite sure why you invited me.
I've been trying to work up to it.
Is it about Philip?
Yes.
Frankly, I just don't believe it. He wasn't the sort of man to throw his life away like that.
Unless I drove him to it.
Jilly, whatever my suspicions are about you, I wouldn't accuse you of anything without evidence.
Well, that's something. Have you ever considered the other possibility?
What's that?
That he was dying anyway?
An incurable illness. Do you have any reason to believe that?
No, but I just felt he was trying to hide something.
I just don't see that as being the problem.
So you do think it was my fault?
Now, there's Amal.
And Stephanie. Let's go and say hello.
No, I'm afraid I have to get back.
Yes, of course.
Jilly, I'll organize a taxi. Would you excuse me?
I won't be able to stay long, I'm afraid. I have to get back to the fight.
Of course. Now, don't forget my offer of help.
I won't.
Hello, Steph. Amal.
Jilly.
I was having lunch with a friend. Funny seeing you together again. It took me back. All those questions Stephanie wouldn't answer when we were 18.
I have pleasant memories of those times.
I can remember wondering who Stephanie was rushing off to see. She was so secretive. Never occurred to me that it could have been you.
It was such a long time ago, Jilly.
Yes, of course. Ridiculous, isn't it? But for one insane moment, I wondered if you'd been lovers.
What a wonderful idea. But unfortunately...
Pity, darling. Enjoy your lunch. Lying chic of Araby. Tipped the bucket on you in public, did she? really are in love with her, aren't you?
And you can't stand the idea. What is it, hey? Is it Stephanie or the fact that anyone could be actually in love?
Oh, it's not my fault she turned you down.
Get out, Jilly.
Can't bear it, can you? The fact that our Arab friend actually got into Stephanie's bed before you did. Oh, Marl isn't just interested in horse breeding. Oh, no. He happens to be Tom McMaster's father. Steph was young and rather plain. He was all hot blood and enthusiasm. I wonder if some of those rather respectable shareholders at Harper's might just find it all a little tacky.
You'd make Pollyanna sound tacky.
Do you want to hang on to Harper Mining or don't you?
You wouldn't hesitate, would you?
When I want something, I take it.
So do I. But I try when possible to stay out of the gutter.
Well, well. You really have fallen in love with Stephanie, haven't you? Why? Her late husband, Greg Marsden, didn't rate her even average.
Well, perhaps he was just a stupid bastard. He got involved with you.
Yes. He thought enthusiasm was a substitute for imagination. A bit like you.
Why did Philip take so long to kill himself?
Steph would be really shocked to hear you say that, Jake. After all, I am her sister, and you know how she is about family.
Get lost, Jilly.
That's one thing I never do, darling. I always know exactly where I'm going.
Can I see you, Jake? It's rather urgent.
Mrs. Stewart was just leaving.
I once had a poodle called Anton. He was the sweetest thing. So faithful.
What's that supposed to mean?
You must expect doggy jokes from a bitch. What's so urgent?
There's been a slight hitch. Dennis Harper's been having you shadowed.
Are you sure?
He made a deal with a private investigator. Inquiries unlimited.
Did he now?
They traced you to a certain cemetery, but I've taken care of it.
Good. Just how much does he know?
Miss Harper, how are you?
Getting more popular by the moment, according to the figures.
I've sure jumped in the last couple of days. How far can you go, Professor?
I'll go to $8 a share if I have to. It's all or nothing now, Dennis.
Stephanie has to try, Dan.
Yes?
And I owe you an apology. I'm afraid it was me who first put the idea into her head to fight.
Oh, the battle plan, perhaps. But somebody else gave her the will to try it.
Who?
Amal. What happens if she loses?
She'll take it hard. And she'll lose everything.
Well, I was still planning to be around.
You know what I mean. Yeah. The kids are standing by her. That's good.
How well do you know Sheikh Amal?
Not well at all.
He, seems to go back a long way.
Well, Stephanie's father used to entertain on the grand scale. Harper's would have dealt with the family over 30 years.
And you don't remember when Amal first appeared on the scene?
No, I don't. You'd have to ask Stephanie that.
Is there anything more beautiful?
Yes. But it is not good form to pay such compliments to married women.
So good to get away from it all for a moment.
How do you stand?
Well, it's up to the shareholders, but it's going to be close.
So win or lose, you've got some difficult decisions to make, haven't you?
Yes. It's not going to be easy sorting things out with Dan. Particularly as I've decided that he has to know about us.
Stephanie is a good man, and it was all so long ago.
But you're Tom's father, and he has to hear it from me, not from someone else.
Of course. What do you think of my latest acquisition?
He's magnificent.
Indeed.
You realize, of course, that you'll be depriving our breeding industry of one of the best potential sires in the country.
I'm not sure horses suffer from nationalism. Perhaps one day you'll come and visit him.
Perhaps I will.
Oh, Jilly. I take it you're not here for medical reasons.
Why, don't I look as though I need your expertise?
No, you're looking fine. In spite of everything.
Thank you. But I wondered if there was anything I could do for you.
Oh?
Yes, I thought I might talk to Stephanie, but only if I wasn't interfering.
I'm not sure I understand.
Oh, I think you do. She seems prepared to throw everything away for the sake of this game with Jake Sanders.
Well, it's her money.
It wasn't the money I was thinking of, Dan. It was her marriage. And you.
You're not suggesting for a moment that I take Sanders' proposal serious.
No, of course not. But I just hate Stephanie to forget what's important. I don't know whether you realize it, Dan, but you're the best thing that ever happened to her. So many men are jealous, possessive, but you respect Steph's individuality. Funny, it's all right for a man to have a past and all that goes with it, but it's a different set of rules for women altogether.
Jilly, I think things like that have changed just a little.
Don't you believe it? But you're different. You can accept what happened all those years ago and, well, not only be civilized about it, but actually make a friend of him.
I'm not sure who we're talking about.
Oh, well, Marl, of course. I thought you knew. Oh, Dan, I'm sorry. I'd never have... It's just Stephanie's always been so straightforward. I thought you must know.
Know what?
Marl is Tom's father.
All these years he's been coming here. You had your little business trips to the Middle East, and I swallowed it, hook, line, and sinker.
Dan!
He came here to this house, he sat at that table, shook my hand, and called me a friend. My God, you two must have been laughing at me all these years.
It wasn't like that. It isn't. Amal is a friend, that is all.
No, not quite. He's Tom's father.
I was 18, for God's sake. I asked you if you wanted to know.
I said only if it was important. You said it wasn't. And you lied.
I didn't.
You two could have gone on making a fool of me for the rest of your lives.
It's not like that.
Spare me the details, Steph. You Harpers always did have exotic taste, didn't you?
Did you want to see me?
It's Tom. Tom McMaster. I rang you to say I was coming.
Did you? It's possible. But if you're selling anything, we don't need it. Now that the Harpers don't use this place anymore, we don't need much.
You've been the Harper's housekeeper for a long time, Katie.
Longer than I can remember. And the secrets in this family. So many secrets.
Well, that's why I'm here. I want to know about a baby.
Shh! Who told you that?
I'm supposed to have been that baby.
No, you're not. I'm not that old and stupid. You're not Jilly Stewart.
I didn't mean Jilly Stewart.
An old Max, sneaking around to Jilly's mother, giving Stephanie a sister she never even knew she had. Would have been drowned at birth, that one.
It's not about Jilly. We know about her. It's about me.
Now Miss Harper's mortgaged this place too, they tell me. It's the end.
Katie, I want you to try and remember something. Stephanie Harper had a baby when she was 18.
Don't let Max Harper hear you say that. He'll have you pinned out on an anthill.
It's all right, Katie. I'm supposed to be that child.
You? Could be. It's hard to tell. Just shouldn't be talking to me.
Who?
Penguins.
Penguins?
Penguins at the convent.
Oh, you mean the nuns? Where? Where is the convent?
What? Can't remember. Memory's gone.
Mum appreciated your helping out, Cassie.
Dennis didn't make me feel very welcome.
You still care for him, don't you?
Yes, but I don't kid myself that the feeling's mutual.
Give him time. He bruises easily.
So I've noticed.
Hi, Jessica. Hello.
I'll leave you to it.
Sarah, I'm sorry I was rude to you.
It's okay.
I'm pretty touchy about that scar.
I understand.
No, you can't. And I don't expect you to. But it's really messed up my life. In more ways than one.
Do you think maybe you've got it just a bit out of proportion? I mean, you're lovely, Jessica. You must know that.
It's not just the way it looks. It's how it makes you feel inside.
Have you ever thought of doing something about it?
I haven't had that kind of money.
I know someone who might help.
I'm sure Sarah means well. But you don't have to talk to me about it if you'd rather not. You've had that a long time.
Yes.
How did it happen, Jessica? An accident?
You could say that.
I'm sure we can do something about it. Of course. I will need to see all your medical records. Your x-rays and so forth.
But you could fix it.
Yes, I'm sure we can. It can certainly be improved considerably. But it isn't a simple business, and it won't happen overnight. It's quite a big commitment. You'll need to give it a lot of thought.
It'll hurt, won't it?
Oh, to some degree. But no more than any other surgery.
I'm sorry. I've changed my mind. I shouldn't have bothered you.
Jessica, please, wait. Come on. Sit down. Now, tell me something. What is it that you're afraid of?
I just don't like hospitals and the thought of a knife.
Is that true? Or is there something else?
Like what?
Now, you can tell me to go to the devil if you want. But I suspect that scar has been your excuse for a long time.
No, I hate it.
Of course you do. But it's also convenient. Now, you can blame that on everything that ever went wrong with your life. But if I operate, there'll be nothing to hide behind. No more excuses.
Oh, Mr. Sanders.
Later. Should I check for concealed weapons?
No need when you're winning.
You're not getting that chair back yet.
You can still make a dignified exit, you know. I'll buy you back at top price. You can take the money and run.
How about my offer? Have you thought about it?
I already have a husband.
Dr. Marshall can't give you back Harper Mining.
Dan gives me more than you ever could.
He doesn't mind about Amal. But he's Tom McMaster's father. I'm sure some of your stuffier investors would.
So it's gutter time, is it? Sorry, I don't scare that easily. And I happen to be proud to count Amal as my friend.
Don't worry. I'm not going to start rocking that particular boat. You really are a thoroughbred, aren't you, Stephanie? But your arithmetic's a little bit dicey. There's no way you can get back Harper mining. Unless, of course, you accept my offer.
You're supposed to be the best, Mr. Halliday.
Oh, we are, Mr. Harper. But Jake Sanders is not an easy man to investigate. He's obviously spent a lot of time and money covering his tracks.
We're spending a lot of time and money. I expect results.
Well, we found 1 or 2 promising leads, but they led nowhere. It's all in the report.
Thanks.
I think you should read that. Then you decide if you want us to continue with our investigation.
You've been a great help, Mr. Halliday.
Highly unethical, I'm afraid, but I'm a realist.
How much of a realist, Halliday? In dollars.
Mr. Sanders' lawyer was very generous.
I want to know the significance of that cemetery, Halliday. Otherwise, your deal with Anton will be spread all over the newspapers.
You're a very persuasive negotiator, Mrs. Stewart.
Next time, I pay.
Oh, don't be so old-fashioned. I'm the wealthy heiress, remember?
Don't remind me.
Hey, I was only joking. Besides, if Mum makes a mess of it at Harper's, I'll be round at the bistro looking for a job as a waitress.
Oh, I'd give you a job any time.
I'd make a lousy waitress.
It's going to rain.
Come on, let's get the ferry.
Me too.
Who cares? Come on!
We're not going to make it.
Yes, we will, Dad.
Are you okay?
Look at that. You were right, we missed it. You'll just have to carry me home. Angelo, what are you doing? Angelo! I was joking! I was joking!
I'm not.
Okay, but it's a long way home.
Good.
That's all I know. But I want Jake followed. That cemetery has to be important.
Why the change of heart about Jake Sanders?
Simple. If Stephanie gets the company back, he won't be of use to us. He could even be dangerous.
Okay.
Hello.
I'll be in touch.
Friend of yours, Aunt Jilly?
Where were you today? Kindy?
I talked to Dan Marshall.
Watch it. Madam will scratch your eyes out.
It was strictly medical.
Really?
Yes. He thinks he could fix my scar.
You'll need more than plastic surgery to sort you out. Frankly, I think it's a waste of money.
Well, that's your problem. You'll be paying.
And today, Stephanie Harper made a desperate bid to regain control of the Harper Company. In an unprecedented move, she addressed the Harper workers. She appealed to them to sell back their shares to her personally. And according to reports, she won a virtually unanimous vote of confidence from her former employees. If Miss Harper indeed gets their full support, she's almost sure to retain outright control of her company. And in Melbourne today, the Premier made a desperate bid.
Well, you've got to hand it to her. We didn't see that coming.
No. Well, that's it, I guess. She's won.
Hey, that's not like you, Jake. There is the alternative.
It's illegal. You said so. And in the end, it simply won't stand up.
It's either that, or you're left with nothing. Neither the woman nor her company.
The final figures are coming up now.
Has anyone been to church lately? Eat your heart out, Jake.
Good on you, Stephanie.
I must confess, I really didn't think you'd do it.
Oh, thanks for not telling me earlier. It might have been enough to stop me.
I doubt it.
I knew you'd do it, Steph. Congratulations.
Dan, Mum's won.
She usually does. Excuse me. I'm late for work.
I thought it was going to be so easy to keep my promise to you. That was before I met Stephanie Harper. I'm sorry, Greg.
Congratulations, Stephanie.
And to you for persuading me to fight.
Purely selfish. Now I can complete negotiations with Harper Mining and return home.
The new chairman drives a hard bargain, I'm told. Negotiations could drag on for months.
Indeed. Well, I may encourage her. To a wonderful woman.
To a lovely man.
What a combination we would have made.
I think our youthful attempts at that have probably caused enough trouble.
Yes, I do leave you with some problems.
Ah, well, with time, I'm sure it'll all be solved.
I'm sure it will. And remember, if you ever need my help, or anything else, I'm always there.
Thank you.
I wish you every happiness, as you know, Stephanie. But I can't help wishing things had been different. I love you.
Oh, Mal. I think I'd better go, don't you?
Yes. I do hope Dan will understand.
Yes, so do I.
I will see you before I leave.
Of course. Welcome back.
Thank you, Hillary.
I'll have my chair back now.
You've certainly earned it. You don't believe I'm in love with you, do you? You think it's all part of some sort of fast deal?
I believe you.
I don't usually propose 3 times, Stephanie.
I'm sorry, but nothing you say will change anything. Goodbye, Jake.
Tara's, I've transferred it to your name.
It's already mine.
This isn't easy. But neither that chair nor Harper Mining is going to mean anything to you or anyone else. You see, Harper Mining was placed in voluntary liquidation an hour ago. Its assets have been transferred to Sanders Investments.
You can't do that!
It's done.
I'll fight you through every court there is.
And you'll win. But the legal battle will take years. Your creditors will have wiped you out long before that.
You